Hi there, my name is Meիր Lotan and I'm a physiotherapist from Israel. And today's talk is about how can physical therapy enhance your child's abilities. So physical therapy is all about function, and physical activity is actually health. So for your child with Rett syndrome, physical activity is basically medicine. So if you keep on doing physical activity, you keep your child as healthy as possible. So what can your child with Rett syndrome gain from physical therapy? So first of all, scoliosis. This is an article that we published last year talking about intensive postural and motor activity program, which was found to reduce scoliosis progression in girls and women with Rett syndrome. So an intensive program of a few months can do that. Improve core activity. If we can improve core activity, then actually we can improve the stability and postural control of the child. And here you see a child who is not able to sit by herself outside the wheelchair, but here on a moving surface, on a vestibular plate, she is able to maintain stability and actually work with her core muscles. And this can also be done with girls who are much more high functioning. As you can see in this video, this girl is standing on a stool on a vestibular plate while moving, and at the same time is able to reach down and grab her favorite doll at her feet. During physiotherapy, we can improve mobility. In this case, we're looking at the UPSI, and you can see that with the UPSI, the mother can go around the house with the child. She can introduce different parts of the house. The child can dance with her baby brother, and also can go outside of the house to the playground, and like any other child, go out to the playground and extend her world to other places that she couldn't do before. Physical fitness is another thing you can do. Here you see a girl walking on a treadmill, and in the program that we did, girls with Rett syndrome who walked for 1 month on a treadmill for 30 minutes a day were able to improve their physical fitness and at the same time improve their functional ability. Fear of movement is something that is typical for many with girls with Rett syndrome. And on the video you can see this girl walking by herself on the beach. But when we got to her house at the beginning, this girl had to be held by her parents for 20 minutes every time she woke up because she was so afraid of the movement. And after 3 months of an intensive program of dancing and movement, you can see this girl who was actually wheelchair bound, who now is able to walk by herself on the beach without any problems. Another problem that is typical for some with Rett syndrome is hip subluxation. And here you can see that this girl, at the beginning of the program, she visited an orthopedic surgeon who told her that she actually needs to have an intensive hip repositioning surgery, and by intervening with an intensive program for 1.5 years, we were able to reduce the subluxation up to a very small measure. So the surgery was postponed and she doesn't have to do the surgery. Another thing we can do in physiotherapy is regain walking ability. When I first met this girl, she was sitting in the wheelchair for 5 years. And after, again, an intensive program, this is a video describing her first steps out of the wheelchair. So this girl was sitting 5 years in a wheelchair, and with an intensive program of walking and stretching, she was able to regain her walking abilities. And all the things I described to you just now are things that a few years ago you needed the physiotherapist to be there, to be present, and now with technology, all those things can be achieved by remote rehabilitation. So I can be in Israel and supervise a program that can go on in any other country in the world. So what other areas can PT be useful for your child with Rett? Feeding, sitting, osteoporosis, adjusting technology, aging, apraxia, ataxia, and much more. So my message to you today from here is stay as active as possible. So you can walk up and down stairs. You can be active in the snoozelen, okay, which is a multisensory environment. You can be active in the swimming pool. It could be during hydrotherapy, but it also can be just taking your child to a pool near your house, and a child who cannot walk on land may be able to walk in the water and maybe learn how to swim and stay active in the water. Hippotherapy is another way to keep your child more active. And even skiing. Here you see a child with Rett syndrome skiing with a ski instructor. And this is actually an amazing video of a child with Rett syndrome doing skiing. Take walks with your child with Rett syndrome. In the woods, on the beach, everywhere. Go to the mall, go to a playground near your house, to visit family members, neighbors. Thank you for listening, and stay as active as possible. Thank you.